Hi, I am Keerthika, Mahendra College of Engineering, Department of Computer Science Engineering. Today we will discuss about the topic is object oriented programming concept in Python programming. The next one, if it is object oriented concept, everything will be implemented in terms of class and object. A well-known writer in the field of artificial intelligence compared the evaluations of software technology to the growth of the tree. One of the promoter of the object-oriented paradigm and the principal designer of Smalltalk has said as complexity increases architecture by the basics materials. Let's be object oriented programming. Conventional programming using high level language such as COBOL, Fortran and C. Object oriented programming is nothing but conventional programming. Another name of conventional programming. If the procedure oriented approach, the problem is viewed as sequence of things to be done as reading or calculating and printing. A number of functions are written to accomplish these tasks. The next one, object oriented programming. If it is a object oriented concept, everything will be implemented in terms of class and object. If it is structure oriented programming, everything will be implemented in terms of objects. Emphasis is on data rather than procedure. The next one, programs are divided into what are known as object. Data is hidden and cannot be accessed by external function. Then objects may communicate with each other through functions. Next one, basic concept of object oriented programming. There are 6 concepts of object oriented programming. The first one, class. Next, object. Next one, abstraction, encapsulation, inheritance and polymorphism. There are 6 concepts of object oriented programming system. First one, object, class, abstraction, encapsulation, inheritance, polymorphism. The first one is object. The basic runtime entity is an object oriented system, otherwise instance of the class. The basic runtime entities is an object oriented system other than instance of a class. They may be represent a person or a place or a bank account, a table of data or any item that the program has to be handled is known as object. The next one, class. Classes is blueprint which is followed by object. Classes is nothing but object. Objects contain data and code to manipulate the data. The entire set of data and code of an object can be made a user defined data types with the help of a class. The next one, 3 compartment box of encapsulation data. The first function, class name. The second one, data members. Third one, member functions. The first one is class name or identifier. The identifier is meaning the class. The second one, data members or variable. Anyone, data members or variable or attribute, state, field, any were the second compartment. data members contain the static attribute of the class. Then last one, member function. Member functions are methods or behavior operations anywhere. Member functions contain the dynamic operations of the class. And the next one, data encapsulation. So here ranking of data and function in a single entity. Binding data and function in a single entity is known as data encapsulation. The wrapping up of data and function into a single unit is known as encapsulation. The data is not accessible to the outside world, only those functions which are wrapped in the can access it. The insulation of the data from direct access by the program is called data hiding or information hiding. So next one is data abstraction. Data abstraction means hiding the implementation part, only showing essential detail. Okay, hiding the implementation details or only showing essential part. The abstraction means abstraction refers to the act of representing essential features without including the background details or explained. The data abstractions also known as abstract data types. The next one, inheritance. Inheritance means derived class inherits the properties of base class. Inheritance is the process by which objects of one class acquire the properties of objects of another class. Then in object-oriented programming, the concept of inheritance provides the idea of reusability. This means we can add additional features to an existing class without modifying it. Okay. Inheritance means class inheritance the properties of base class. There are many types of inheritance. Single inheritance, they are single inheritance, multiple inheritance, multi-level inheritance. The last one, hybrid inheritance. So many types of inheritance also there. Then next one, polymorphism, also known as last one. The last concept of object-oriented program is polymorphism. Polymorphism, see, so here the inheritance completely deals with the class when the polymorphism completely deals with the method. Okay, so the inheritance completely deals with the class, the polymorphism completely deals with the method. So polymorphism means implementing same methods in different data types. Polymorphism, a Greek term, means the ability to take more than one form. An operation may exhibit different behavior in different instances. The behavior depends upon the type of data used the operation. For example, consider the operations of two numbers for functions of addition. The operation will generate a summation. If the operands are string, then the operations would produce a third string by concentration. The process of making an operator to exhibit different behavior in different known as operation. Okay. Then benefits of object oriented programming. So many types of object orienting programming concept are used. Then benefits of object oriented programming are redundant code and eliminate redundant code and extend the use of existing class. Then data center designed approach enable us to capture more detail of a model in implementable form. Software complexity can be easily managed. So these are the benefits of object oriented programming. Then applications of object oriented programming are there. There are 6 or 7 applications will be there. The first one, real time systems, then second one, simulation and modeling, then third one is object oriented database, fourth one hypertext, hypermedia and expert text, then fifth one is artificial intelligence and expert system, next one neural networks and parallel programming, then decision support and office automation system, then last one is CIM, CAM or CAD system. So these are the applications of object oriented programming. So basic concepts of object oriented programming are 6 types of object oriented programming. Then class, object, abstraction, encapsulation, inheritance, polymorphism. So these are the concept of object oriented programming. The section, the applications of object oriented programming are the real time system, object oriented database, hypertext, hypermedia and expert text, or neural network and parallel programming. So these are the applications of object oriented program. I hope the sections will be understand for you. So we will next sections see. Thank you.